Hello everyone, my name's Dolores. I run a group called Long Island Breast Cancer Support. I came to one of my favorite places today because this is where I sort of get to ground myself and sort of relax when I'm having a crazy day. And today's one of those crazy days. So something I've been meaning to do for a while. I belong to some different groups, and it seems lately that a lot of women and men are complaining about people really not knowing what metastatic breast cancer is. I'm here to give you a little clue to what it is. Metastatic cancer is when it spreads from one place to another place in our body. And we go through having cancer for a second time, possibly a third or fourth. So a lot of people will come up to us and say, "Wow, you look good. How do you feel?" For some reason that really gets to us, because they tell us we look good, and yeah, we may look good, but no one knows what we have gone through to get to where we are today. So going through once we go through our first surgery and we go through chemo and radiation, we're left with a hell of a lot of side effects. Some of us we get neuropathy where our feet and our legs, our hands, parts of our bodies hurt so bad that we don't even know what to do to help it. They have medications out there that supposedly help, but they really don't. I can't tell you what it does to us mentally. It really takes its toll on us mentally, especially not only hearing you have cancer for the first time, but when you hear it for the second time and the third time, it's even worse. I've heard it 3 times already. And I'm here. I started in 2007. I have a very good doctor. He's keeping me in check. He's keeping me stable. I will never be in remission again. My cancer spread from my breast to my lungs and then to some lymph nodes. So I'm on this crazy medication now called Verzenio. It's a horrible medication. If you look up the side effects, you won't believe what some of the side effects are. And then we usually have to take that with another medication. I take it with letrozole, and that in itself has some other side effects. So combine those 2 side effects together and just imagine what we go through. I tell everybody, take a walk in our shoes one day, or go to a chemo center and just see what the women go through, and the men, because breast cancer does affect men. So one time I'm reading through a group and I see the stupidest question I could possibly see, and I don't even know where some of these people come up with these things from, but one thing was, I thought when you have metastatic cancer, you either die or you go into remission. Well, thank God for science and the doctors, and I still believe there's a cure out there that we don't know about, but that was the worst thing that I could possibly imagine this woman having to hear. Okay? Once we're metastatic, there's no cure. And there's no remission. We can be considered being stable, or we can be considered NED, no evidence of cancer. But that's not the end for us, because every day we wake up, there's something new. We have a new symptom, we have something. Every day it's like riding this crazy roller coaster, or maybe it's even like playing Russian roulette. I don't even know anymore. And the worst part about a lot of things is when people ask me, "How do you feel?" And sometimes I'll really tell them how I feel. And I don't think it makes a difference to them. I think they are afraid that we're contagious, or I don't know. I really can't understand what people think anymore. Sometimes when they ask us how do we feel and we say we don't feel well, they don't want to hear that. They want to hear that we're okay. Yeah, well, you know what? Just as much as we don't want to tell you we don't feel well and everything we're going through, as much as you're tired of hearing it, just imagine what we feel going through this. Okay? We don't have normal lives anymore. Most of it was taken away from us. Parts of our bodies were taken away. I mean, the things you go through with chemo and radiation, it's just, you can't imagine what it's like. So for people that want to ask us how we feel, go ahead, ask us how we feel. But then stay around and listen to really how we feel. Okay? Maybe we need to let out how we feel. And that's why we have support groups, and that's why we have plenty of friends. Well, I would call my friends acquaintances right now. I have a handful of people that I would consider my really true friends. Everybody else just decided that I talk too much about cancer. But I advocate for women. And I've been to many different places, and I've done many different things to help women out there. And I will continue to do that. And my true friends really are the ones that every month I have to go for blood work and I have to see my doctor because I'm stage 4 and the medication I am on makes my blood levels very low. I have no immune system, so I really can't be near people sometimes. And it's particularly not the best feeling in the world. So my true friends, I believe at this time, are the ones that text me, or the ones that go on and they see that I post on Facebook that I'm at the chemo center again. And I will say this every time, I'm very lucky to still be able to go to the chemo center without any help from anyone. The only time I take people with me is when I have to go for a scan, because scan anxiety is one of the worst things in the world. Until we know our results, it's like torture. So, as I was saying, my friends are the ones that will post prayers for me, put me into prayer groups, and are always the same people praying for me when I post that I am at the cancer center. So, thanks for listening, and really, if you know someone with cancer, try and take it easy on them. You don't know what they're really going through. Most of the time we walk out with a mask on our face. We put a smile on because we want people to think we are okay. And it's a stupid thing to have to do. I'm tired of doing that. I'm not putting any smiles on my face when I don't feel well. And I'll tell you flat out how I feel. So, have a nice day, everyone. And just consider, when you know someone has cancer, try and be a little nicer to them. Ask them how they feel and stay around to listen to what they have to say. Don't just shut them out and walk away.